going to hold accountable? Is it going to be the company, or is it going to be the cloud-based software that you're using? How does that work? It seems like a very interesting place to be at.
Yeah, it's actually a very relevant question because that role and responsibility still lies with the company. Whether you're working with 100 software vendors or one vendor doesn't matter, because end of day when there's an audit, whether it is internal audit or external audit from agencies, you rightly said the quality department is the one who's going to face it, right? So
Right.
the change is their responsibility have changed because now they have to justify a lot more than previously because there are so many unknowns, right? So that is why there is a process which we do when we start engaging with a vendor called supplier evaluation, right? And quality is a big part of it. For example, if there's a software vendor providing, take an example which we were discussing before, like let's say Viva, right? So let's use Viva because it's a very well-known company in our industry. So when Viva now has different software like QMS, LIMS, all the different software which we use. So before we engage Viva or any other vendor, right, who provides the software, we do a supply evaluation of it, right, to make sure they are SOC 2 compliant, they understand the regulations, there are no security lapses, things like that, right? So there is a trust we need to have about the vendor, right? Maybe if they have done similar implementation standards of companies, then we have more trust, right? So that supply evaluation is a key component of the way we do work today. So once that is done, when we have a trust of the supplier, then we do configurations on their supplied software and quality. Now, instead of checking at the last, right, when the system goes to live, now they are part of the equation from the beginning, right? From the supply evaluation, how we write the requirements, how we build it, how we test it, right? Now they need to have the full understanding, full life cycle approach. That's why life cycle approach is one key term you will see in most of the GAMP and other guidance, which basically tells you like you need to have understanding from start to end. Now, if a quality, right, has that understanding, then they are better equipped when they face internal or external audit. So that is a key role, and most people don't understand this. And people think quality is just a quality check at the end of the product, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's not the case anymore, right? So for people who are working as a QA or quality organization, it's a very interesting times. If you're really interested in learning the new tools like AI, cloud, all stuff, they can actually have a great career.
Yeah, because right now I see a lot of anxiety around, audits and regulations, especially with the CSA coming in and with the quality professionals, as we spoke about. So what do you think can change in the mindset of the people or the company doing it? Can we do it thoughtfully so that we can kind of mitigate this feeling?
I would say it is the other way, really, because if you really look at from an overall perspective, right? Earlier, you only had this much amount of data, which is within your company, right? So you only know certain things, and certain things, and the knowledge and the use cases are all within limited to a company. Now you're dealing with multiple suppliers, and for example, they will have their own industry best practices, right? If you're working with a trusted. So for example, I have been part of a recent audit, right? So it was very clear. The auditor said, hey, I'm going to audit your system, right? These are 10 things or 20 things I'm looking for, right? And the first step for us was, okay, out of the 20 things, what are the things which we own? Meaning the things which we created. What are things supplied by the vendor?